On the dark night of December 7th, 1972, over 500,000 people gathered near Merritt Island, Florida, to watch the launch of the Saturn V rocket. Apollo 17, the final manned mission to the so-called Moon, was strangely the only Apollo mission to be significantly delayed, as well as their only nighttime rocket launch. The launch went ahead smoothly, however. In attendance on this debatably historic night was one very special man. Charlie Smith of Central Florida, at the then recognized age of 130, had been formally invited to view the rocket launch as the oldest living American, and perhaps the oldest living human. But after the launch, Charlie was asked to comment. What followed is perhaps the most savage thing I have ever seen broadcast to national television.
Communications with the spacecraft have been perfect. Here is Bruce Hall. He's with Charles Smith. He's a 130-year-old former slave who came to this country 118 years ago. He's here for the launch of Apollo 17. Bruce Hall, come in.
We have here among the VIPs one very unusual man. He's at least 130 years old. His name is Charles Smith. And do you believe it really happened? You said they would never go to the moon.
I'll tell them that. And then nobody don't believe it. I said, no, ain't nobody going to the moon. No. What they going to stop up there? What going to hold that plane up in the air? What is going to hold it up there? The moon ain't going to hold it.
Well, they've been before.
Money, of course, I don't blame them for getting it. Just like when the first man killed the president, the first president that was killed, Guitar killed Garfield. There's something he had him. I brought him back. Said, bring it dead or alive. I got him.
They brought back rocks last time when they made a trip to the moon. Do you believe that?
No. No, ain't nobody been there.
You don't believe they've been to the moon?
No. Ain't nobody been to no moon.
Well, Walter, that's the view of a 130-year-old man. Now back to you.
Well, Bruce, Charlie Smith is not the only fellow who doesn't believe that man has gone to the moon. It's not as ridiculous a thought as you might think, or any of us might think. Seems a little bit odd now, but I've talked to a lot of people around the world, and some rather intelligent ones, who somehow or other just cannot accept the fact and believe that man really hasn't done it, that somehow or other it's a big hoax. That man really hasn't done it, that somehow or other it's a big hoax. 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 I've found them many places. I don't know, maybe you have as well, Wally. And it really isn't anything that unusual. Right at this moment, we're about to get the word. Well, Bruce, Charlie Smith is not the only fellow who doesn't believe that man has gone to the moon. It's not as ridiculous a thought as you might think, or any of us might think.